done yet.
You're a monster.
It's just us now.
Oh my god, I don't even look how red. Hey guys, it's Brittany, and I hope this isn't annoying because I have my Kylo Ren helmet on, so my voice probably sounds really like muffly and stuff, but it is the first official Brittyween video, so I wanted to be in my Halloween costume because I'm Kylo Ren this year, and I like to start off my first video being the costume that I'm going to be dressed up as for Halloween night, or Halloween day, the whole day actually. And I also end my videos with who I'm being, so my last video you guys will see I will be in this costume again. It is so hot in here. I'm sorry that you can't see my face. This helmet is huge. This is a guy's costume, of course, so it's kind of big on me, but I love it. Especially because it is like getting colder here, so at nighttime I won't be like shivering in my costume. But it is hot in here because it is hot in this room. But I hope you guys enjoyed that little skit that my brother Jonathan and I made for you guys. It's not meant to be taken seriously. It was just, we think it's funny, and it was so much fun. We just wanted to recreate that scene, even though it wasn't the whole thing. So anyways guys, getting into this video, I thought the perfect way to start off Brittyween is to play a really creepy game that I recently discovered. Literally, okay, this is what's really creepy. So this game is called Bloody Bill. So it's like Bloody Mary, but it's Bloody Bill. I discovered this game literally a few days after I uploaded my video talking about my most disturbing childhood nightmare. You guys remember, I will link that below in the description box below if you have not watched it, but it's a really disturbing nightmare that I had for like 5 to 7 days, or 5 to 7 nights in a row. This game is called Bloody Bill. In my creepy, disturbing nightmare that I had, I mentioned in that video that I've never known anybody in my life with the name Billy. Like, I've never met anybody named Billy in my entire life. And in that nightmare, long story short, but there was a lot of blood on this Billy guy. So when I found out about this game, it's called Bloody Bill. Literally a few days after uploading that video, I was like, is that a coincidence? Like, that was terrifying to me. I was like, holy crap. Bloody Bill, what are the chances of that? And then I see a Bloody Billy in my dream when I was little, or nightmare me when I was little. So this game is basically like Bloody Mary, just like the title, it's basically like the same title, but instead of using a mirror, you have to sit in the dark and say Bloody Bill 10 times. And apparently, he will appear and he's completely bloody. And also too, I know that I don't have a phone case, and a lot of you guys have been pointing that out lately. My Tom Riddle case, it just broke, and I'm so heartbroken by it, like so beyond heartbroken. I need another one. But yeah, I don't have a phone case. I haven't even ordered one yet. I really gotta look into that. But I like living dangerously. So for those of you who like living dangerously, this one's for you. If you know what that's from, let me know in the comment section below. Okay, so Bloody Bill is a scary legend about a Confederate soldier named William Anderson who was killed during the American Civil War. They say that if you chant his name 10 times, the ghost of Bloody Bill will return to exact his revenge. When the Civil War broke out, Bill decided it was his duty to go and fight as Confederate soldier, so he then said goodbye to his wife and sons. Alright, so kind of just skimming through it because I've already read the whole thing, but it is pretty long and I want to just kind of get straight to the point in this video. But it says, Bill's life was soon to take a turn for the worse. His mother was killed by a freak lightning strike, and his brother was also killed. His father and his uncle were arrested and executed. Then his 3 sisters were arrested and imprisoned in a 3-story building in Kansas. One night the building collapsed, killing everyone inside. Bill's sisters were crushed to death in the rubble. After learning about the horrible deaths of his sisters, they say that something snapped inside of Bill. He was driven out of his mind by grief and became obsessed with exacting a violent revenge. Many people say that the loss of his entire family turned Bill into a psychopathic killer. Bill went on a rampage, traveling all over Missouri and leaving a bloody trail of torture and death in his wake. He was often described as the bloodiest man in America's deadliest war. After killing a man, he would then proceed to shoot out their eyes, cut off their ears, and scalp them of their hair. They say that after every battle, Bill's face would be completely covered in blood, and he greatly enjoyed inflicting fear and suffering on his victims. Union soldiers were determined to put an end to Bloody Bill's murder spree. They hired a scout to track him down and set up an ambush. One of the Union soldiers shot Bloody Bill in the side of the head, knocking him off his horse. As he lay dying in the dirt, they swarmed around him. Before Bill had a chance to scream for help, he was stabbed to death. The soldiers picked up Bloody Bill's body and slung it over the back of a horse. Then they took him back to his home where his wife and 2 sons were eagerly awaiting his return. When his family saw the soldiers approaching, they came out to meet them. There, in front of his own house and in full view of his wife and kids, they cut off Bloody Bill's head. His wife and son screamed in horror as the soldiers threw his head at them. After witnessing the brutal murder of her husband, Bloody Bill's wife went completely insane. They say she was too brokenhearted to go on a living without her spouse. A few days later, in a deep depression, she hung her 2 sons from the rafters of the house and then killed herself. According to legend, Bloody Bill's old house still stands today, and his restless ghost still roams the countryside, determined to exact his bloody revenge. As the story goes, if you say his name out loud 10 times in the dark, Bloody Bill will appear. His face is rotting and covered in blood. His eyes are glowing red like the devil himself. He will wait there until you wake up and see him. Then he will hunt you down and kill you in exactly the same way that he was killed. Okay, so I'm going to turn off all the lights because that is what I have to do to play the game. And since it is really late at night as I am filming this, I guess I'll have to give you an update in my next video if I saw him. So you gotta say it in the dark 10 times, then you gotta eventually fall asleep, and then you wake up and then he is standing there looking at you, waiting for you to wake up. So in my next video, I will definitely let you guys know if I saw Bloody Bill. Okay, Bloody Bill, 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 Bloody Bill.